So what we have done earlier in the first half is that the introduction part of it, looking into 5 different components of IoT, which are the first one, the device. So the device consists of the sensor, communication module, and then could also be edge gateway as well. And then we looked into the connectivity. There are different types of connectivity, short range, long range, and so on. Then IoT platform. There are various platforms out there for specific use cases. There's also for vertical and also for horizontal type. Then we look at the application. What consists of applications? It's dashboard, mobile app, and also in some cases analytics. It's a high-end type of solution. Then end-to-end security. So we have covered that, and then I briefly explained about the Favoriot platform. Now the next step is just a small task. So remember, I've actually shown this one. So the first task is that you need to create this hierarchy in the platform in your account. We'll be using this later. So you create manually. Don't use the auto create. Use the manual creation. First, create a project named smart_city, or you can don't give space, just smart city also. Next is that in the application, you create 2 applications, smart street light and environment, which is tied to smart city project. And then group 3 groups, Puchong, Bandar Sunway, which is tied to smart street light, Part-1 tied to the environment, and then devices, light intensity movement, which belongs to Puchong group, device 1 belongs to Bandar Sunway group, hibiscus and SO2 belong to Part-1. So just create this, okay, in your individual account. Okay, so I'll give, say, about 10 minutes maybe. And okay, for devices, right, for the latitude and longitude, you can provide if you want to, otherwise it's fine. And also there are some information, for example, the type, so you can give some dummy names for that. It's not so crucial. For example, this type could be Arduino, could be off the shelf, and then sensors could be like light intensity. You just give light intensity sensor, movement, it's a movement sensor, and so on. Right? But most importantly is that the hierarchy must be there. And maybe you can give, say, for hibiscus, you can give the latitude and longitude. So you can move the marker and select the location where you want to deploy it. I hope it is clear. So can we start this? Is it clear? Can put it in the chat maybe. Right. Okay. So you have any issues? I mean, I'll be here, of course. If you have done, just put it in the chat that you have already completed. Then we will proceed to the next step. Mr. Rajendran, is that okay? Are you following so far? Okay, cool. So we will wait for you to complete this task and then we will move to the next one.
Dr. Gabi,
Yeah.
so we do not need to add in the devices.
Ini device ni?
Kena
Sorry.
masuk,
Kat bawah tu yang light intensity. Ini device dia. Light intensity, movement, device one. So this is the device name, and then you need to tie it to group. For example, light intensity is to Pucho, movement device is to Pucho.
Okay.
So the device type and sensor type.
Yeah. So device, you can give any name. So there's no compulsory. You can provide the Arduino device. You can put Intel device or something. Just for this is the dummy data. That is not it's compulsory, but any name that you can provide. It is important for you all to create these devices because later on, when we configure the Hibiscus sense, then it will send the data to this Hibiscus here. Okay, and we will be using another device just to simulate tomorrow, device one, and then maybe SO2 to do the MQTT. So all this must be ready before we start configuring the device.
Dr. Gobi,
Yeah.
I see I'm putting on the create group.
Mm-hmm.
So under application developer ID, I have two, environment and smart suite, which is a project now. So which one do I?
For group, is it?
For group will go under the.
Yeah, so for example, here group, if you see my pointer here, so Pucho and Banda Sunway will be under Smart Street Light Group.
Okay.
Park
So,
1 will be under Environment Group, under Environment Application.
okay, thank you.
Dr. Gobi, the
Yeah.
streams, how to
Oh,
configure?
stream tak perlu. Sampai sini saja. Sampai
Ah,
devices saja. Stream nanti kita letak dalam the hardware itself.
all right, thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Dr. Gobi,
Yeah.
untuk sensor type tu kita nak letak
Yeah.
apa eh?
Yeah, boleh letak, I mean, you can put any name lah. Arduino, ESP, you can put Intel.
Sensor type.
Oh, sensor type, just put, for example, light intensity, just put the light sensor, say movement sensor.
Okay.
Hibiscus, you can put temperature, humidity. SO2, you put SO2. This is just a description for us to know the type of sensors for these devices. Kalau dah siap tu boleh letak dalam chat lah. Just state that you have completed. So once you complete, if you go back to the main page, the overview, so you should be able to see here, you should be able to see 2 projects and then 3 applications, then 4 groups and 6 devices. Okay, so two projects, 3 applications, 4 groups and 6 devices. Why the extra is because the default that you already, I mean, the system already provided for you. Yeah, it should be 2, 3, 4, 6.
Mine are only 5 devices. The default, I don't know. It's gone.
It's gone, is it?
Huh.
Oh,
Is it okay? No problem.
no, fine. No issue. No issue.
Dr. Kopi, sorry, I didn't get for the register for the device.
Yang mana ya? Device. Have we registered? Have we created a new one?
Yes, but they asked for some of the features here.
Okay. So when you device. So when you create device, this one, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So the device name, you just give the device name here, light intensity. Active is active. Device group developer ID would be Pucho for this too. Right? You must select here Puchong. For example, I've created Puchong here. Right.
Okay.
Then description, just give any description. Type, you can provide anything for now. Say device something. Right. And then for light intensity, you can put lux sensor type. And then time zone, you select the Kuala Lumpur. Then you can move the marker here. You can zoom it and move the marker to the location that you want to put it. The location, latitude, longitude is not compulsory, but you can try it and put at least 1 or 2 of those devices. Is that clear? Dr. Helmi?
Yes, but cannot create then. I cannot click the create.
You cannot click the create, is it?
Yep.
Okay, so that means some information is missing. Can you see what information that is this color in this box? Can you go up and see?
All right, I'll try.
So that means that some compulsory fields are missing. So we have 6 already. Siap. All right.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Dr. Gopi, I'm
Yeah.
able to move the marker. Can I
You,
do some other way?
but you need to know the latitude and longitude. I don't know why you cannot move.
I'll try again. I'll try again.
Yeah, please. May I know which browser you are using, Mr. Rajendra?
Is the Chrome.
Chrome should be okay. Not so sure why. Those who have completed, kita bagi sekejap lagi ya. Wait for the others to complete. And then we move on to the next one. So, I mean, those who have completed, maybe you can explore a bit in terms of the references. You can look around and see the documentation, the API, while waiting for the others to complete. Okay, so we have 7 completed. Eight. How about the others? Your 9, okay, good?
Still
Still doing. Okay, sure.
what? Can't see anything wrong. Device in the port.
That's okay. You can ignore that one first. You can still create without that latitude longitude. We will fix it that later.
Okay.
You can update that later. Okay, almost there.
Just gonna click it.
Can you create, Sir Rajendra?
Still, I don't know what's wrong. I can't click create.
That means you have not given some information. If you see my so see here, if you see something in this box, it is a compulsory field that you need to provide. Maybe you can go up and see whichever information is missing.
Sure. Description. Nice type. So type that. Time zone should be Kuala Lumpur, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Should create. Why not letting me create?
Do you mind share your screen?
Uh,
Let me allow. I think I need to allow. Hold on.
I'm using another laptop because I need to.
Oh,
What's wrong with this?
you want to share your screen, General?
Let me ask you, sensor type should be?
Oh, sensor type. Just put. I mean, for each one, like you can put, say, just put temperature lah, for all, easier. Just type temperature. Device type, you just put there Arduino.
Sure. Okay.
One, two, three, four, six. Can you, General?
Let me try a little bit more. Search for error.
Still issue, right?
Yeah. Maybe carry on and just catch up with me.
Okay. Okay, sure. All right. So that's the first task. I think almost all completed. So the second task is actually you need to do this. Copy the read-write API key because we will be using this continuously. I just want you to copy it first and save it in a notepad or in a Word document. 3 things that you need to copy. One is copy read-write API key, and you can save it in a notepad. The same place lah, all 3 like this. And then the second one, hibiscus device, because you have created a hibiscus device. Find the device access token, copy it and put it here. And the third device is a device 1, right? So find where is device 1, get the access token and put it here. So then you save the file because we'll be using this multiple times. So it's easier to copy it first. And also the purpose of this is that to identify the location of these devices. So I'll leave it to you first to try it out and find, and then I will assist if you have any issues. Okay, so first one, read-write API key. Second is this hibiscus access token, and then device 1 access token. Okay, I think it is quite straightforward. For API key, again, you can either get it by clicking the beginner account, or you can go to setting, the same thing. You go and find this read write API key. So you can just click this copy, right? The data is copied. And then you paste it in the notepad ataupun dalam any document lah. That's the first one. Second one is that where to find access token. If you go to devices here, so when you click devices, you should be able to see all the devices, the 6 or 5 devices here, right? So find where is the hibiscus dengan device 1. So for me, hibiscus is here. So I click either the view. So if I click view, I should be able to see the access token. Again, click copy and then paste it. Same go for device 1. So I click device 1, access token, I copy and then paste it. That's all. So let me just reiterate again the purpose of this tree. API access key, API key is meant to be used communication between either device, for in this example, read write, from device to the platform, or from anyone who want to retrieve the data as well to with the platform. So that is meant for API key. So any devices that you configure can use API key. Now, for specific device, for example, we have created 5 devices, but I want to have unique access token for each. Then I use a specific token for each device. Right? So instead of API key, I will use access token. So that is the difference between these. So we will see both of this, how it is applied. Right? So API key is important because it is kind of your unique identification, right? All right, good. Okay, Mr. Rajendran, are you okay? Can you create the?
I just did one.
Okay.
Can you show
Okay.
me the earlier
Yeah.
slide?
Yeah, sure.
Movement device one.
Make sure the hierarchy is there, so you can, like, movement is for Pucho, device 1 for Bandar Sunway. You can write it down first if you want to.
Can you explain again a token for what?
Oh, access token. Now, access token to identify that specific device, right? So meaning that, say you have device 1, you have device 2. If device 1 token, you cannot use for device 2 token. Device 1 token, you cannot use for device 2. Okay, it's only for device 1, right? Whereas for API key, the same API key you use for all the devices. Nanti, when we do the coding, Nanti will explain what is the difference between those two. But this is the fundamental thing. Because you'll be using MQTT to identify, we'll be using the CoAP and so on. So we'll use this. Yeah, again.
Dr. Gopi, is read write API is permanent for the account?
Yes, permanent. It's permanent for the account.
Throughout the subscription period?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Read write and also read only, both also permanent. For access token, you can reconfigure. Let me just show. So access token. So configure access token. So you can have this. Right. So you see this. So you can generate. So for access token, you can change it if you want to. That's for specific for device. Tapi read write API key and read only API key is fixed. Okay, I think this is straightforward. Is read write permanent? Oh, okay, that's a question. Yeah, yeah, it's permanent and unique. It's true. Okay. Okay, so let's move on to the next section. So in the next section, we will be try understand the hardware, which is the Hibiscus Sense, and we will go step by step. I understand some of you have experience in doing Arduino IDE, and I'm pretty sure that when you use Arduino IDE, you have worked with Arduino devices, some of you. But again, it will be a real learning for those who have experience. For those who are new, okay, it will be a new learning for them. So for that, I think I'll invite Nazrin to continue the session for the rest of the day for today. Okay, so I'll still be here. So you can ask any questions that you have in the chats, so I can assist you all as well. Nazrin? Nazrin, can you share the slides? Ataupun boleh? Disable ya? Disable ya? Okay, okay. Okay, try now.
Okay. Okay, good evening everyone. My name is Nazrin. I'm a IoT developer in Favoriot. Okay, for today hands-on, I'm gonna explain a little bit about Arduino IDE and then the Hibiscus Sense, and then step by step basic programming to start with Hibiscus, and then next is go to connecting Hibiscus to Favoriot platform lah. Okay. Requirement that we need for this hands-on, first is Hibiscus Sense. We want to have it, and then Arduino IDE. Please make sure everyone have installed this. Okay. Next is Favoriot platform lah. Okay, this is the end-to-end IoT component that we're gonna go through for today hands-on using Arduino IDE, and then upload the code to the Hibiscus Sense, and then use communication protocols such as REST, CoAP, and MQTT with using Wi-Fi, and then push to the Favoriot platform. Okay, and then next we will visualize all the data that we upload from this device to Favoriot platform lah. Okay. Okay. Please make sure everyone download this version Arduino IDE 1.815.
I think sekarang baru 16, I think.
16. It's still okay lah, but don't use beta. There's a new one called beta. That one totally different with the UI and the UX are totally different with the one that I will show in here. So that's it. Okay.
Point 13, is it okay? 1.13.
1.13, I think okay. The UI still look the same, I think. For the latest one, beta, I can't remember the version. That one, the UI totally different lah. That's why not
Cik Nazrin,
recommended. Yes,
Cik Nazrin,
yes saya.
is it okay kalau saya punya 8.5, 1.8.5?
1.8, 1.8.5. Okay. So,
Boleh happy ke?
boleh.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Once you open your Arduino IDE, the first thing you will see this interface lah. Okay. The first one is A. A is a menu bar. You can see all the menu bar have a file, edit, sketch, tool, and then helps. Okay. B is a button bar. This button bar is for action that we will do while after we do our code lah. Okay. C is a serial monitor. Okay. This serial monitor is one of features that Arduino IDE have that we want to see the output or the communication between the device to our laptop. Okay. Then sketch name. Okay. Every time we code, the code known as a sketch lah. In Arduino IDE, they call as a sketch. Okay, this one is sketch, and then we can rename it. Rename it with others name while we save. Then E is code area. This is the place that we will code lah. And then F is status bar. Every time every time we compile or upload the code, there are some status here will show. And then G is ID output. This is usually the log or any error while compiling will show here lah. And then last one is H. H is will show which board name that are connected to this IDE. Okay, and also the port number that connected. Okay. So this is the function of menu button. So this one is right button for verify. If we not sure either the code is okay or not, we can use this button to verify our code before upload. Okay, and then this button, the arrow button is upload the code. This document button for create a new sketch or new file. And then this button for open existing sketch. We can find existing sketch by click this button, and then this is save button, or you can use Control S, Control plus S, and then this one is serial monitor. Okay. Okay, now everyone have the slide that is it everyone have my slide? Dr. Gofi?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now for the first step, we need to configure the board. So everyone can see my
No, Nazrin, can't see your screen.
Okay, can't see. Can everyone see?
Nope, tak ada. It's empty.
Empty. Really? Oh. You see my screen? Yes, okay.
Boleh ke?
Tak.
Not yet, tak ada.
Tak ada lagi.
Yes,
Maybe-
check calling.
Siapa tak nampak?
Really?
Tadi slides okay tadi?
Slide okay. Tadi dah saya green sharing monitor.
Oh.
Kat mana?
Should be okay, right?
Yeah. Okay lah, using.
This is what we are facing right now.
Okay, can you see or not?
No, still no.
Still no. I'll just share my Arduino IDE.
So you need to share the entire second screen. Right? Easier.
Kalau version saya tak ada bot tu macam mana?
What version? Mesti
Saya
like
type
this tu.
ESP32 tak ada.
Oh, nanti kejap.
Belum lagi.
Belum lagi. Okay, siapa nak? Saya dah share screen
No lah.
tadi.
Tak ada lah.
Benar, eh?
Maksudnya,
That's weird. Slide dapat tadi?
slide okay tadi.
Saya share slide ambil. Saya buka another screen. Ada tak?
No.
Ada juga. Saya dah guna
No.
dah guna dua screen dah ni. Second screen, first screen. That's weird. See tak?
No.
Tadi kan? That's weird. I just share my screen lah.
Try again. Maybe the my setting.
Saya screen.
Multiple person.
Saya screen pun sama.
I using my second screen. Ada apa-apa?
Empty.
Slide ada lah. Try my slide back. Slide ada tak?
Tak ada. Sekarang tak ada.
Tak ada tak?
Tak ada dah.
Ya.
Kena left dulu masuk balik kot.
Yalah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, do that.
The list option that we can do. Dr. Kopi,
Yeah.
tadi yang copy access key tu nak copy ke mana ya? Sorry,
You can copy and keep it somewhere in a separate file.
I see. In the any text file. Right?
Text, yeah, text edit. Sekarang okay?
Oh, okay. That's good. Alright. Okay, nampak kan? Ada lagi. Okay. Okay, the first thing we need to do is install ESP32 board configuration. So go to the before that, so that I will copy the URL first. I put the URL in chat. Okay, go to the file, then preference, click preference, find the column name additional bot manager URL, and then just paste the URL that I give in the chat. Okay. Once done, just click OK. This is first step. Okay, I repeat, go to the file, reference, copy and paste URL in this field. Once done, just click OK. If we have another board configuration you want to install, we can just add.
Cik Nazrin boleh ulang sekali lagi tak?
Ulang sekali lagi. Okay. First, copy URL that I given in chat. Go to the file, add Arduino IDE, go to the file, preference, click preference, then find additional board manager URL, just paste the URL here. Okay. Then just click OK. Another example, if we want to set up another board, for example, I have another one. Just copy. First put comma here, and then just paste another URL. That's it. Or in our cases, we just using ESP32 only. Okay. Next step is installing ESP32. Okay. First, find at the menu bar, find tools, and then board manager. Click this board manager. Okay. And just type ESP32. When you see this, just install. Choose the latest version and then click install. Is it okay? I will repeat. For installing the library or packaging for ESP32 board, first go to the tools, find board, and then board manager, click board manager, then just type ESP32, then click install.
Sekali lagi boleh tak Cik Nazrin?
Boleh. Okay, go to the menu bar, tools, board manager, click board manager too, and then type ESP32. Jadi, if everyone okay, we go for the next step. Step is Arduino setup. Next step is Arduino setup. Okay. This one we're gonna to select this Arduino IDE connect with which port or which device. So first go to the menu bar, find tools, and then board. And then for this high-vis case, I use it ESP32. So go to the ESP32 Arduino. Then choose ESP32 development module. Okay. Once we select the ESP32 development module, we can see all the configuration here. The speed, the CPU frequency, the flash frequency, and everything. The flash size. Once again, how to select the board? Go to the tools, go to the board, ESP32 Arduino, And then choose ESP32 development module, dev mode. Okay. Okay. Next step is configure, set up the port. Okay, now everyone need to connect the hibiscus to your USB port lah. For the first time, connect the hibiscus to the USB port, you will hear some buzzer sounds. Once you connect the hibiscus to your laptop or PC, first go to the tool, then go to the port. Just select the port that enable here. For example, for me, COM3.
Repeat it again.
Okay, go to the tools. You need to connect the hibiscus first to your laptop or computer. Once you connect, go to the tools, port, find a name called port, and then just select the serial port available lah. For example, for me, COM3 is some laptop maybe show COM4, 5, 6. If you are already familiar with Arduino, sometimes the COM will different, depends on the device. So now just select COM3. Yes. So not assign port. Already connect or not? Mr. Dr. Sony or Mr. Sony?
Not yet.
Connected but couldn't assign.
So then assign. Okay. Is there any error show here? By default, the driver will automatically install for Windows lah. For Mac is a different little bit lah. If you are using Mac, you need to do some extra thing lah. For example, this is for MacBook. If anyone using MacBook, you need to do something like this lah. This is the first step. If you are using Windows, you should get it the port automatically. If still cannot see the port, can use a different USB port that available.
Cik Nazrin,
Yes.
bila kita sambungkan hibiscus sensor tu pada USB, adakah dia ada bunyi dan memang ada flashing
Ada.
Okay. Tapi tak dapat jumpa port.
Tak dapat jumpa port. Really? Okay. Try use another USB port. Usually, sometimes the port tak recognize. Sebab the library and then the driver for connecting hibiscus basically automatically. So kalau tak dapat juga, there's another way but you need to do manually lah. So maybe can share screen. Let me see. Anyone that have problem on the port can share screen first. Let me see maybe there's some error. Still coming. Okay. The tools. Oh, dah cucuk ke? Habis ke laptop?
Dah cucuk tapi tak dapat lagi portnya.
Ya betul.
Boleh cuba check ni kot, device manager.
Itu salah satu cara lah.
Device 3.
Device manager dekat Windows. If using Windows, you can check ada device manager lah. For example, saya tunjuk lah. Type device manager. Find a port, you should get something like this lah. If tak ada dia, try using update device driver automatically. Go to the port for me. Kalau dia some unknown question mark tu, it's like dia not really recognize the driver, so we can use something like this lah. Update the device driver, search automatically for driver. Another way actually we can install manually. Find this file name cp210x. Saya carikan file nanti boleh try lah. Habis saya juga. Saya share. Saya ada share one link dekat chat. Dekat situ, if buka, dia akan dapat macam ni. So, pergi kat download. Ya, cp21x Universal Window Driver. Download this driver. And then install. Okay, once dah install this driver, restart PC. Restart laptop. This is last option lah. Anyone have problem? So next is if everyone okay with this part, next is install plugin. There are 5 plugins that we will use for today's on. So the first one we need to download, we need to install. Okay, how to install the plugin? First, go to the tools. manage library. First, refer to the slide, just copy the first one, paste it. Install this library. The approved APD S9960 library. This is first library that we need to install. Okay.
You nak install all ke install ada fruit saja, library saja?
Install all.
Install all lah.
After that, install Adafruit BME 280. This is the second library that we need to install. Adafruit BME 280 library. Install it. Then library is Adafruit NTU 050. Install this library. Then next is Adafruit NeoPixel. Install this one. Adafruit NeoPixel, there's a lot of library there, but in this hands-on we are using this one. Adafruit NeoPixel by Adafruit. The name is NeoPixel.
Version 1.9 latest.
Nah, boleh. We can use the latest again.
Alright.
Then next is another one is MQTT. Actually, by default, the MQTT already use the library that include in the default library, we call as a default library lah. In the IDE also we can use lah. But if you want to try another also can. This one, no need lah. Another library need to this one. I forgot to include in the slide. This is important also. Okay, I put the name of the library in the chat. install a co-app client. The name is quite simple library. This one. Just click start.
Yang MQTT tadi tak payah install lah.
I'm getting just co-app client. I put the name in chat. Just copy the name into this library manager. Install this one. Co-app simple library.
Okay, dah.
Di library tu semua yang ada full adalah untuk support untuk hibiscus.
Because in this hibiscus I will explain later. All the hibiscus actually using embedded sensor that we can program use other fruit library. The architecture almost similar with other fruit. That's why we can use the library. Okay. Once done.
Again, the reason why not install MQTT?
Because in this hands-on, we will use the default library that Arduino IDE already provide. We do not need to install others library lah. We also can use the default library. Once we install the Arduino IDE, there are some library already there, but there are some library also such other fruit that we install. Okay, next is next we start. We go direct to the exercise. No, sorry. Oh, sorry. No. I will explain about the hibiscus first. Okay, introduction about hibiscus scan. Okay, hibiscus scan basically is one of the IoT chip for IoT. It is simple devices, and then hibiscus actually powered by ESP32 board. If you already familiar with MCU, actually it's similar with that ESP32. But in this hibiscus set, it's already embedded with 3 sensors on it. And then because this hibiscus set using ESP32, so it's compatible with Arduino IDE, Tony IDE, or ESP IDF. So if you are using Tony IDE, you can use microfighter to program it. If you are using ESP IDF, you can see C or C++ lah. Basically, Arduino IDE also C and C++ language. Okay. This is the look like of hibiscus scan. This is the ESP32 chip. The controller, the main controller, ESP32 with Wi-Fi and also Bluetooth. Okay. And then this in the middle here is the BME280 chip. This chip consists of altitude, barometer, and humidity and temperature sensor. Then they also have MPU 6050. This is chip for accelerometer sensor and gyroscope. Then we have another sensor here, EAPD S990. For the gesture and proximity and also RGB color. Okay. And then in this application also have a buzzer. Here buzzer. Then some push button using USB Type-C, and then have LED with blue color. Okay. And also one RGB LED here. So as the main thing when we do some programming in the any board, any controller, any microcontroller, we need to know the GPIO lah. What is the GPIO? Is a signal pin that integrated circuit or board that can be used to perform the action, for example, for input or output lah. Okay. So this is the definition lah. Okay, this is the pin out diagram for the hard disks lah. You can see here, this is the power pin 3.3 volt. Have reset pin, and then also GPI and GPIO here, ground. This is pin for source power. If we are not using any USB, we can power using this pin also. Okay. Then we have a MOSI, where I have pin TS, RS, or this one is for, I think for slave and master. Okay. There are difference between GPIO and GPI. For GPIO, we can use that pin as an input and also output. For GPI, we use that pin only for it sahaja. So as an input only, we can't use as an output for GPI. For example, and in this on this pin out diagram, pin 35, 34, 39, 36 only can use for input only, cannot use for output. This is a definition. Can we? Okay. Now is exercise. Okay, the first one we play with this case. The first exercise is.
Yeah, I think before we move on, is everyone okay ready with the port and all? Anyone still have issues with the port? Okay. Okay, tak ada kot. I think we can continue.
Yep, okay, no worries.
Okay. Okay kan? Dah settle kan? Port tadi?
Okay. For me, okay.
Tak apalah, saya nanti rujuk kemudian.
Okay.
The first exercise is just play around with it. First one is blinking LED. So everyone can see it. Okay. You can copy. I think dalam drive tak ada tu. I will check tadi.
Yang mana ya?
Yang blinking LED tu.
Oh, tak ada? Sekejap.
This is just short code saja. Can boleh copy macam tu juga. Okay. Just let me explain a little bit about this code. Okay, this code is like we are doing some blinking on the LED on the board. By default, the LED in the board actually already connect with the pin number 2. So what we need to do is define this any name we want to put. For example, I put LED pin and then 2. Okay. Then next in the setup, we set the pin as what? For do some blinking, we set the pin as an output. So the set pin mode, name of the pin, and what is the action. So action is output. Okay. Next in the loop, and here in the loop part, what we need to do is write digital write, name of the pin, set high, and then delay 1 second, and then digital write back pin name and then set low and then delay once again. So it will repeat in the loop lah. Okay. So what we need to do is just first make sure all the board is using the correct one lah. For example, ESP32 board and port we just need to upload.
Kod ni tak ada dalam drive eh?
Yeah, yeah. I think I will share shortly.
Ada dalam handouts,
Dalam hands up tu sama je kot. Dia kurang.
tapi tak boleh, cuma tak ada kopi dah.
Itu just gambar. Saya share apa dia punya final output. Final output. You can see the LED blinking. Let me restart. Okay. Cuba try upload kalau dah copy and then upload kan. Cuba reset and then after reset just first time after we reset tu dia off ke on. Kalau nak tahu just increase the delay so nanti kita tahulah. Tak nampak. Kalau perasan LED punya brightness dia lepas saya tekan reset and then lepas dia punya brightness tu macam tak terang kan. Lepas tu after 1 second we see the brightness of LED sangat terang. Tapi kalau kita tengok dekat code, you can see here digital right LED pin kita set high. Usually when we set high means power right should be the on lah, sepatutnya menyala, tapi dia terbalik dekat sini. Kalau dah upload lah, kalau nak nampak beza dia, increasekan apa tu delay ni dengan ni 5000 and then upload. Once saya reset, dia tak menyala kan. Apa tu baru nyala. Kita off balik. So there are reason behind this could happen. Everyone dapat buat? RGB still light up. Actually dia tak effect pun. Sepatutnya off. The RGB LED. Okay, we just control LED pin blue saja. Okay. After 5 second baru dia light up. And then off balik. Okay. So what happened to this code actually? Kenapa dia terbalik? Basically dia terbalik lah. We can refer to the slide. Okay, for hibiscus sense, the circuit is in active low circuit. Active low circuit means maksudnya the circuit only complete when we set apa tu the pin as a ground or low. So once we set the pin as a ground or low, the circuit will complete and then light up the LED lah. Jadi memang apa tu developer yang set this hibiscus for learning, so dorang memang set macam ni lah. LED is in active low circuit. Usually the common board usually active high circuit. Yang ni unusual punya board lah. Memang sengaja direct macam tu. Untuk everyone belajar sedikit circuit lah. Okay, that's the reason lah. Next is second exercise is yang ni semua orang dapat kan? Dapat upload kan? Kalau tak dapat jumpa part tu memang tak dapat tengok lah. Nice. That is glowing LED. So for the glowing LED, we are using the same LED pin, LED, using the same name. Okay. Then in the setup, this is a library that available in Arduino IDE to configure the PWM. Okay. For the glowing LED, first we set the configuration first. The first array, this one first array is a channel. We set as a 0. Then 5000 actually is a frequency. And then number 3 is array number 3 is a resolution. So we are using 8-bit resolution. And then we attach pin 0 to the pin 2. For the final output lah. So because the schematic for the LED pin is a low active punya structure. So we start with 255 and then when it becomes 0 it will bright lah. The maximum number is 255. Okay. And this one is function to write the output into channel, 0 channel that link up here to the pin 2. We write to the channel 0, but the output will show in the pin 2 lah. So we already attach, we connect pin 0 and channel 0 with pin 2. So, and then do some delay. 50 seconds, also you can increase the delay also can. Okay, let's try after. Dia makin terang. Sebab saya buat once 0.5 second, so lambat lah. So tak daripada dim, dia akan terang. Okay.
Tolong bagi ya ya.
Oh, tak nampak kod. So, okay. Actually, you can go to the Google Drive. Sepatutnya all the code already there. Just download and try. So a little bit info about the glowing LED. For the glowing LED, it's using PWM, pass wide modulation. It's one of technique that we generate duty cycle into this kind of signal that represent analog output. That's why we can we can control the LED with specific the next one. this next one is push button. And download the push button punya code. Just open. The next exercise is a push button. We use the push button at the hibiscus to control the LED pin. So first one is define the button. So by default, the button already connect to pin 0. Okay. Then define the LED pin. Then set pin mode button as an input. Then pin mode LED pin as an output. So this is the method to read the signal they input from the button. Okay. Set IoT button status. Go to digital read button name. And then we check the status. If low, right, we will set LED pin as a low. So low means we light up the LED lah. Then if not, if kita tak tekan, if not, and then we set LED pin as a high or off. You can upload. Push button yang kita guna on the right side tau. It's not left. Left is a reset button. We are using the right side. So, okay, once the upload, now you see the LED is off, and then once I push the buttons, it's like this is a simple one. You can try to ubah lah. Okay.
Arjun, maybe we can give a short break.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So those who are still doing, I think you all can still test. Those who want to take a short break, we'll resume back at now 3:50, say about 4 or 5 around that. Okay. If you still have any issues, any questions, you all can ask. We are still here. You can put it in the chat as well. Okay, a short. Yes, Mr. Rajendran.
The API key where to get for the platform?
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me share that. Share my screen. Now, if you see this, you can either click the beginner account or you can go to setting, either one. Okay, either one. Right, so you see the API key here.
Oh, okay.
Right, you can just copy. You can just at the end there's a button here. So just click copy. So it's copied, and you can just paste it in the any notepad or anything. Yeah. So that's API key. For access token, you need to go to device.
Device.
Yeah. So you will notice which device. So I've asked actually Hibiscus and device 1,
Mm.
right? So for Hibiscus, you go to the end, you see the view there.
Yeah.
You click the view and you see access token here. So this is access token.
Okay. Okay.
So you can click it and then paste it in the notepad. Same goes for device 1.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Using it tomorrow, is it?
Yeah, tomorrow, maybe today if we have time. Otherwise tomorrow morning.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Right. Okay.
For the code for the glowing LED ada dalam draft.
Ada RGB. Let me see.
Glowing belum ada lagi saya ingat.
Oh, glowing tak ada ya?
Dengan
Yeah.
and the first one and the second one.
Blinking LED ada.
Blinking.
Blinking kat mana?
Blinking baru ada tadi ya.
Oh, glowing tak ada. Okay. I'll put it there.
Blinking ada.
Blinking ada.
Blinking asalnya tak ada tapi kemudian dah ada dah.
Yeah, I've added it. I've added it.
Kita rehat berapa minit ni? Sampai
10-15 minutes.
Oh, 10. Okay. For
Enough ke? Just a tea break.
15 minutes.
15 lah. Okay. We'll be back at 4:05. 4:10. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So is everyone ready? Next exercise is about serial communication. Okay. For serial communication, basically it's a communication process that receiving and transmitting data between two devices. For example, computer to computer, from Hibiscus device to computer. Okay, actually using universal asynchronous receiver transmitter UART. Okay. Okay, in this exercise, what we will do is like first one is set counter equal to 0. And then this one in the setup, we initiate serial dengan menggunakan 9600 bit per second. Okay. For the bit per second, actually dia banyak lah. We can use if you refer to the slide, we can use 19200, 38400. Actually, it depends on how much ataupun how much the data you want to display lah. Kalau data tu a lot, use highest bit per rate lah, highest baud rate. Kalau this one we are using the lowest one lah, sebab we just only want to print the counter number. So in the loop, what we do is counter plus plus. So every time they loop, dia akan plus one, and then serial print line ni dia akan display dekat serial monitor nantilah. After and then do some delay, and then dia akan repeat benda ni lah. Dia akan terus bertambah 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Suara tak jelas
Suara tak jelas. Hello? Okay tak?
Okay for me.
Okay.
About others?
Yeah, okay for me too.
Oh. Okay. Boleh download the serial communication code ni dekat Google Drive. Then try upload.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. The reason of a serial communication exercise ni actually usually when we do some coding, we need to test out ataupun debug our code ada okay meet requirement. So this serial monitor is useful for debugging lah. Okay, please upload the code. Okay. Okay, once upload, just go to the right top. Dekat sini ada serial monitor button, just click over there. So, dia akan keluar ni lah. So make sure yang bawah ni dia we change to the new line, and then baud rate yang kita set awal tadi lah 9600. So we can reset lah, reset, kita start print lah the counter tu. Okay. So every time we do some changes code, and then we want to test whether our code tu meet the requirement or not, we can use this serial monitor to do some debug if there any error. Okay. We just can add the counter lah. Add by +1. Every time they loop, they can +1. Okay. Okay. Then if you want to see the time, current time or our laptop time, we can just check here. So nanti dia akan keluar time lah. Macam ni dia follow my laptop time lah. You can print sekali bila this output bila dia printed time standard. Bila kita ubah another baud rate, dia takkan print. Ataupun dia tak boleh tarik sebab kita dah set dekat kod kita just using 9600 saja. That's why dia tak dapat. So need to use the same configuration lah, baru dia dapat display. Boleh try. No line ending. No line. Semua orang okay kan? If everyone okay, next we go to do some console on RGB LED. Control. For the RGB LED, we will use the library yang kita install sebelum ni, ada Pro NeoPixel. Okay, can download the RGB control. So okay, we call the function function other fruit NeoPixel. Okay, we set 116.
Tu 116 tu apa tu? Intensity kan?
Sekejap je. I nak cari saya punya. Okay. Okay. Okay, yang one ni actually number of LED. And then 16 is GPIO. Means this one is a pin 16. So by default RGB LED tu dia connect dengan pin 16. So we define number of LED is 1 sebab memang ada satu je RGB tu, and then 16 is a pin. Okay. Then next is set RGB begin. Okay. Next, in the loop, we set the pixel color. Okay. So this first array ni adalah position of LED. So sebabkan kita set 1, so dia start dengan kosong lah. Kalau contoh dalam device tu ada 2 atau 3 LED RGB, so kita boleh assign for example 2 ataupun 3. So sekarang ni when kita dah assign 1 ataupun 2, which LED yang kita nak menyalakan. So for example kalau apa tu schematic tu when we assign macam mana cakap, when we set kosong and then LED yang first tu dia connect dengan first array tu, yang tu yang akan apa tu menyala ataupun berubah colornya lah. Macam ni. And then second argument ni ataupun second array ni represent red color, and then yang third ni represent green, and then fourth ni adalah represent blue. So then that is RGB show. RGB show ni means when kita dah set, kita display lah, show the output in the device lah. So boleh try, nanti boleh tengok apa color yang keluar lah. Jadi kalau macam kita tukar value, we just tukar dia punya kecerahan sajalah, brightness. Okay, the highest is 55. So boleh upload. So now the RGB is set 2 color, so we set red and also blue. So the combination of 2 LED color akan hasilkan magenta lah. Magenta. So boleh tukar lah, kalau kita nak just buat satu color saja, means maybe merah, just set this one is a 0 lah. And upload. So you can see the color is merah. So boleh try combine another color, be red with green, green with blue. So then kita akan produce another color lah. Next exercise is okay. We gonna play with a built-in sensor BME 280. So buka file folder BME 280. Okay, dalam code ni kita akan guna library Adafruit BME 280. Okay. Include the library first, and then this is we call the function. This is the function. Okay, and then dalam setup we set serial monitor tu lah for our debugging. Serial begin guna 9600, and then despite actually we do some checking whether the chip is available or not, ataupun the chip okay atau tak lah. So the condition if BME dot begin not begin, maksudnya kalau benda ni tak berfungsi ataupun tak jumpa, dia akan keluarkan this output lah dekat serial monitor kita, fail to find. Okay. Then apa tu, yang ni dalam loop tu kita set lah, we just do some debugging, we set serial print terusnya altitude. Ini adalah function dia, macam mana kita nak bagi macam mana kita nak get data altitude tu. BME, this function that we already initialize, BME dot with altitude, kita set this value. This value is actually average pressure at mean sea level. Okay. So the output will show in meter lah, unit. Then for pressure,
Kod dia ambil kat mana?
sorry,
Yang kod dia ambil kat mana?
dalam drive ada. Sepatutnya ada.
Dalam drive macam tak ada.
Oh tak ada.
Panjang pula tu.
Ke dalam zip file tu, zip file.
Dalam zip file, dalam library tu
Ada, kalau tak ada saya bagi dekat chat sahaja. Sebab yang ni kalau nak type banyak sangat. Saya share. Boleh download daripada chat.
Sorry, I've actually missed out that file. I've just uploaded the BME folder kalau nak. Dalam chat pun okay. Nanti nak share.
Download first. So saya repeat balik lah. This one is include the library, slash the library. This line is slash the library. Then this one kita set the serial monitor. And then this line we check either the chip is available or not. Okay. Next is kita read altitude lah. This is how you the function look like. When we don't read altitude, and then kita kena set the average pressure at mean sea level lah. Yang ni memang standard. Okay. And then next ni function to read pressure. When we don't read pressure. Then this one is function to read humidity. When we don't read humidity. And last one is BME dot with temperature. Okay. Just more straightforward. Okay, and then do some delay lah. Can try to upload. Start upload. Open your serial monitor. And set about it. So you can see the reading lah. Okay, everyone is okay. Nampak kan? The same output ini.
What error compiling for board ASP32?
Compiling. Ini kalau error compiling ni apa tu packaging ESP32 tu tak download lagi tu. Selalunya lah. Can you share screen? Ini bukan masalah ke. Can go to tools. I want to check the configuration setup tools. Another way is select the code, copy or select all and copy, create new sketch. Try compile upload terus. Cuba buka dekat box bawah tu, boleh tarik ke atas tau, nak tengok error apa lagi. Jadi yang warna orange tu. Oh, jadi library tak install ni, tak properly install. Copy ada upload BME 280 tu.
Tu masuk balik ni library untuk PME ni. Alright. Good dulu. Okay, good. Terima kasih.
Right. Semua okay. Next exercise.
I think someone said data still 00.
Data still 00.
I don't know which data. Boleh share the screen ke?
Can share the screen.
So that we can troubleshoot that one.
Untuk exercise ini kita kena buat sampai sukses lah supaya nanti senang for the next exercise. Data semua ada. Kosong.
Data ni kosong ni.
Tengok tu. Kosong sangat ni. Tekan reset. Reset dekat board.
BME 280 chip tak install. Chip.
I think this is not because dia bukan tak install. BME tu
Okay.
dia tak
detect.
detect. Maybe boleh try to cabut dulu and then try plug in balik.
Alright.
Dia tak detect tu. Exercise Wi-Fi connection. Just information about ESP32. Okay. ESP32 ni advantage dia untuk Wi-Fi actually dia boleh jadi as a Wi-Fi station, dia boleh jadi as a access point ataupun kedua-duanya sekali. So ESP32 ni dia ada banyak mode lah. So itu antara kelebihan ESP32. Okay. So the code is here. Download dulu code kalau belum. Dah boleh buka. The first one is kita includekan library wifi.h. Yang ni kita guna library yang Arduino IDE already include lah masa kita install Arduino IDE itu. Okay. Next is set SSID. So for SSID set SSID masing-masing ada kat luar. Macam saya punya ni nama saya lah, wifi SSID saya. And then set the password lah. This one kena tukar. Okay. Use the SSID name yang kita guna sekarang ni kat rumah. Dan apa password dia. Kalau tak ada password, just make it blank pun tak apa. Macam ni. Kalau tak ada password, kalau ada password, masukkan password. Okay. Then next in the setup, we set serial monitor juga. Ini kita guna 11,000 guna 115,200 ni sebab yang ni kita nak debug more information lah. So data daripada Wi-Fi chip tu dia banyak. So kita guna yang more fast and higher lah. Okay. And then the code is start the Wi-Fi. So kat sini dia includekan SSID dengan password. Okay. Okay, this part we check the status. We check the Wi-Fi module dekat USB tu. Kalau dia belum connect, dia akan dot lah. Once it's connect, dia akan go to this lah. Selagi mana dia tak connect, selagi mana dia terdapat if ada problem with the Wi-Fi module, dia akan still akan print dot. Maksudnya kat sini we know Wi-Fi module tu not working lah, not working properly. Okay. Once kalau if status ni check and then is connected, dia akan go to here lah. Dia akan stop while ni, dia akan go to here and then dia akan pick apa SSID yang kita guna, apa IP yang dapat daripada tu, daripada connection tu, then signal strength lah. Boleh try upload. just open simulator. Alright, 11.0.0. Just tekan reset. Ini sudah output lah. Dan output.
Baut rate ni setting berapa?
Guna yang 115200. Kalau guna yang 9600 pun boleh. Tapi yang macam output yang saya ada ni, dia tak dapat display. This one is a lot of text lah. So dia tak sempat nak print, sudah ke print yang bawah saja. So kalau macam ada more information kita nak ni, just increasekan baut rate sahaja lah.
Dia kalau keluar dot tu maksud dia tak dapat masuk lah kan?
Belum connect lagi, sama ada password salah, SSID tak ada. Itu antara possibility lah. Ataupun the last one is Wi-Fi modul tu bermasalah. Macam tu. Sebabkan kod ni kita set dekat setup, so dia akan run sekali sahaja. Kalau kita set kod tu dekat loop, dia akan keep loop lah. Dia akan repeat lah kod ni. Tapi kat sini kita set kat setup means dia run only one time sahaja. So kalau nak ni just reset sahajalah. Kita tekan reset, dia akan load balik.
Cik Nazrin. Saya tertinggal banyak.
Okay.
Saya dah try compile BME 280 code tu. Receive error compiling for board ESP32 dev module.
There's no module. Okay, share screen nanti.
It looks like similar to the earlier error, I think, sir.
Yeah.
Either
Mine just now.
Macam nak share screen? Mana ni? Ni. Yang ni. Nampak ke?
Yes. I think
Saya nampak kat sini dia kata ada fatal error. Ada multiple library.
Ada masalah ni. Kena delete library. Cuba tengok yang mana yang tak use tu. Kat situ ada tulis dua kan, use dengan not use kan. And then dia ada parts kan.
Mana?
Yang tu error tu boleh besarkan sikit.
Error ni boleh besarkan sikit.
Boleh tarik. Tarik. Tu kat atas.
Okay.
Kat situ ada tulis multiple library will found for ada fruit tu kan. So yang use dia guna yang part C user Zarina tu. Yang not use tu yang bawah tu user Zarina tu. Delete yang not use tu. Cari file dekat C user Zarina Tukian dokumen yang tu.
So yang not used tu kena buang?
Buang tu.
Okay.
Buang satu folder tu pun boleh.
Okay, saya stop share.
Okay, lupa beritahu. Okay, for the connection, apa tu? Hibiscus ni support 2.4 GHz je. 5 GHz tak support. Sorry, lupa beritahu. Dia only support 2.4 GHz, not 5 GHz. Boleh ke connect dengan Wi-Fi? Anyone has problem?
Saya tak dapat connect lah. Dia dot je.
Boleh share screen. Kalau ada something yang ada terkacau kod ke apa. this exercise memang kena sukses lah. So, nanti tak boleh nak hantar data. Nama dia memang panjang. Memang sama, dia punya huruf besar huruf kecil dash tu sama.
Sama. Kalau tengok dekat sini pun sama Pak dia. Tu. Bawah tu.
Password tu memang huruf depan besar lah.
Password memang macam ni lah. Ke dia ada limit device ke ataupun dia mengambil kira juga?
Itu depend pada kita punya access point. Kalau
kan?
kita set dekat rumah
Kan?
rumah kita access point limit 2 device 3 device lah, yang next device nak connect tak dapat.
Kan?
Let's see apa kalau phone hotspot dia boleh pakai tu.
Boleh juga pakai
Set up
phone
your
hotspot.
phone.
Okay, I try phone hotspot
try
juga lah.
phone hotspot.
Okay, alright. Thank you.
Semua okey ke?
Saya dah delete yang not used tu. Try recompile, tapi masih ada error lagi.
Sama ke macam mana? Ke dia just not found?
Dia dah lain dah sikit. Dia punya tu dia kata compilation terminated, no such file dia kata. Adafruit i2c device.h, no such file or directory.
Okay. The base is apa tu? Yang awal-awal dia kan ada bagi 2 parts kan. Kalau ada satu lagi tu, the best is delete semua file dengan sama tu. Lepas tu close Arduino IDE and then open balik supaya dia reload balik. Lepas tu install balik library. Apa tu? Arduino Adafruit BME tu. Itu step dia.
Macam mana?
Step first, okay. Delete file yang apa tu? Kalau itu kan sekarang dia tak jumpa kan. Boleh close dulu. Close Arduino IDE. Okay, once dah close. Open balik Arduino IDE.
Buka balik Arduino IDE. Okay.
Once dah buat yang tu, try install lagi sekali library yang sama tu, guna method yang apa tu, manage library tu.
Okay. So kita kena delete library yang dah ada dalam
kalau folder tu still ada, buang folder tu.
Buang dulu
kalau masih ada lah.
How about the others? All successful there? Anyone other issues?
Okay. Now Wi-Fi connectivity we have sedang buat.
Still connecting.
Still connecting.
Can share screen?
Yeah, we are now still the Wi-Fi connection. Compiling, change to 2.4. Okay.
Dr. Gopi, saya jauh tertinggalan macam ni.
Tak apa. I mean, you have, we will solve this. Don't worry. One by one.
Okay. So, saya dah delete yang tu. Dah restart balik the IDE. Then I need to include the library. So I type kat situ, I kena type kat situ BME 280 library ke?
Just type kalau type BME 280 tu nanti dah akan keluar banyak sangat. So just type saya share dekat chat. Dekat chat tu ada BME 280.
okay, saya dah try hotspot handphone, boleh dia detect.
So itu masalah access point lah. Router tu.
Okay, alright.
Mr. Rajendran, just now, you have any issues? You said you can't connect, or still connecting?
I'm reloading it again. See.
Okay. If Wi-Fi issue, then maybe you want to change it to phone hotspot.
Because you were telling 5G cannot, isn't it?
No, not 5G.
This hibiscus not support 5G, only support
254.
Dia masih error yang sama lah. No such file.
This one is critical. This one is critical.
Boleh share screen tak? You tengok.
Sekejap
Yeah.
The last option is uninstall.
Uninstall the what? Uninstall the Arduino. Okay.
The last option.
Okay. I share my screen first. Okay. So dia masih ada error dekat sini lah yang
Okay. Yang ni boleh buat copy yang apa tu, ada fruit I square C, dia tulis fatal error tu kan. Ada fruit I2 square D macam copy yang tu. Okay, pergi dekat tools, manage library.
Tools,
manage library,
include library, manage library. Lambat sikit. Dia hang.
The possibility to hang tu pun tinggi juga. This problem usually apa tu I don't know IDE punya ni lah bugs.
Okay, so lepas tu dekat sini
paste balik yang error tadi tu, yang file yang negatif missing.
I think I stop sharing first. Mungkin dia boleh laju sikit kot. Aduh.
Okay, to know apa tu success to host for or not, dia akan display saya present and signal strength lah. Example macam saya dia display all the information yang saya masuk awal-awal tadi lah, and then display IP address yang dia dapat with signal strength. The main device already connect. Another way to check sama ada this device within our network, method dia macam ni. You can pin lah, pin by open terminal, command prompt CMD. Okay, open CMD and then just pin IP yang display tu lah. If have reply means the hibiscus within our network lah. So another way to check whether connectivity ada.
Saya kena type ada fruit I2C device ke?
Sama lah sebiji apa yang
kena ada .h juga ke?
.h tak perlu.
Tak perlu Dia keluar blank tak keluar apa-apa.
Keluar apa-apa ya?
I think I follow the advice to uninstall the this Arduino IDE lah.
Itu the last option lah. Lepas tu kena buat balik yang the first step tu lah.
Yang the first steps tu kan. So
Itu
yang
worst case lah. The worst case memang kena buat yang tu.
so macam mana saya nak continue dengan wireless ni? Yang wifi ni?
Memang wifi tu rasa boleh kot. Cuba try dulu. Rasa wifi sekarang ni for wifi kita tak guna WPME tu, so boleh try dulu yang wifi.
Try wifi.
Cuba yang wifi dulu.
Kod dia ada dekat Google Drive ke?
Yes, ada.
Okay. Wi-Fi connection, right?
Yeah.
Wi-Fi connection.
So anyone yang ada masalah lagi tak? This part, Wi-Fi connection and also BME 280, actually kita kena success lah to do this part because for the next connection with the platform, use this module lah. So kalau tak ada masalah, okay lah. Anyone yang ada masalah boleh beritahu dulu. Kita cuba solve.
Cik Nazri, yang ni Wi-Fi connection ni, dia mesti ada Wi-Fi kan?
Guna Wi-Fi kat rumah lah.
Kalau kita ada mobile data je?
Boleh juga buat hotspot.
Buat hotspot? Macam mana? Macam mana? SSID dia macam mana nak dapat?
Dekat apa tu, phone setting tu, kalau tak nampak tengok dekat laptop lah, nanti ada keluar SSID hotspot daripada phone tu lah.
Okay.
Boleh tengok dekat phone setting untuk hotspot pun ada juga dia punya tu SSID.
Ada,
Itu
tak pernah tengok pula.
Kalau tak pernah set up, selalu dia default SSID. And password pun maybe default lah.
Kat properties
Untuk apa ni? Hotspot ke?
Untuk tengok hotspot punya properties.
Kalau phone dia dekat setting, lepas tu cari portable feature. Kalau pakai Android lah, ada portable hotspot. Turn on. Okay, once dah kita turn on, dekat dalam portable hotspot tu mesti akan ada satu macam feature tu, set up portable hotspot tu kan. Dia mention pasal set up portable hotspot, and then just klik situ. Kat situ ada SSID and then ada password.
Okay. SSID dan password. So kita masukkan password.
Yang tu masukkan dalam kod tu, dalam kod Arduino.
Your password. Your SSID tu gantikan dengan SSID yang kita ada ni lah. Okay.
Make sure sama lah, kalau ada huruf besar atau kecil, sama.
Kalau dia ada white space tu
juga.
pun buat juga
Yes.
Okay. What is the password? Tak ada password.
Kalau tak ada password, dekat kod tu boleh blankkan saja.
Boleh blankkan saja.
Just buat yang apa tu, string double quote tu saja pun boleh.
String. Takkan tak ada password. Cuba dia.
How about the others? Are all okay? I think all successful, I assume. Mr. Rajendran. And who else just now? No, we need to get this right because everything depends on the Wi-Fi connection. Kalau tak ada Wi-Fi connection, memang tak boleh nak send data to the platform or to any platform for that matter. So Nazrin, the connectivity to the platform tomorrow, is it?
Tomorrow. Yang ni kira dah habis lah for today.
Okay. So yeah, so any right. So I think Mr. Aizan already okay. Got it. Okay, so anyone else has any issues? If no, I just want to recap for what we have done today.
I still compiling the
Yeah,
Wi-Fi connection.
okay. So we'll wait for you for a while. Should work. Let's see.
Hopefully.
Because dia tak depend apa yang BAME itu. But anyway, later maybe you can try to uninstall and install Arduino and get the BME right. But let's try the Wi-Fi first.
Just to confirm, the void setup serial.begin is 115200.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Kak Ina, tadi yang apa tu untuk BME 280 tu.
Okay. Kenapa Dr. Kadir?
Kak Ina.
Ya.
Yang BME 280 tadi tu, yang masalah tu. Tadi saya try pakai bus IO. Bus IO tu pun boleh. Jadi tak payahlah uninstall semua.
Bus IO tu macam mana?
Tengok apa tu nama ada fruit underscore bus IO.
Ada fruit
underscore bus IO.
BAS. BUS. BUS IO Okay.
Pasal yang tu tadi masalah I2C kan. Tadi pun saya ada juga tu. Jadi saya gantikan install yang apa tu bus IO tu okey lah. Ada keluar 44 tu barometer, humidity, temperature apa semua ada dah.
Okay. Tu nanti saya try. So the status of my Wi-Fi code is done uploading. Last kali dia kata leaving hard resetting via
That's fine.
SP.
Just fine.
That's
just
fine.
open
So,
the serial
monitor. Okay. And should be I can see something. Right.
Yes.
But I couldn't see anything.
Tekan reset.
Tekan reset.
Sebab this code is one time saja.
Oh, reset. Tekan reset kat mana?
Dekat hibiscus tu ada button reset belah kiri.
On the sebelah kiri.
RST tu ke?
RST.
Yes.
Dia keluar pelik. Sekejap. Dia keluar begini ke? Kejap saya share screen. Dia keluar begini.
Tukar baud rate tu. Bawa tu,
Baud
baud
rate?
rate. Bawah tu 69600 kan.
Oh, okay. Tukar kepada?
Yang tu. Yes.
Okay, so I tekan balik reset button.
Tak perlu. Right. There you.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. Alright, connected.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. Alright, good.
Okay, finally.
So Syukri ambil ME tu pun okey lah sebab pas IO tu memang ada deadline.
Boleh okay, nanti saya
try and
try.
see. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so good. So we are towards the end for today's training. So let me just recap what we have done since morning. So today, first half, so discuss about what is IoT and talk about 5 different components in the IoT ecosystem, which are devices, connectivity, platform, application, and security. Now, for us to design and develop an IoT solution, it is always important for us to identify all these components. Why? Because each devices, for example, each component would play an important role in identifying to be used for this solution. For example, in agriculture, we may use a particular sensor, but the same sensor could not be applied for different environments. So it is important to know and to identify all these different components. And then we looked into the Favoriot IoT platform. What are the things that we need to prepare? So we talked about the hierarchy. What is the purpose of the hierarchy? And it is always required for us to set up the devices and all the the levels before we configure the hardware itself. So, and then Nazreen thought about the hibiscus sense, and we are using Arduino IDE. Of course, there are different environments that we can use. The Arduino IDE is the most simplest one for us to use. So we use that to code, to program. In fact, we'll be using that tomorrow as well, and to upload the code to the hibiscus sense. Now, hibiscus sense consists of 3 main chipsets. So there's the chipset that we have already, the library that we have included earlier. And of course, tomorrow what we will do is we will read all these different sets of data. We configure to send it to hibiscus at your ID to your platform, to the platform that you have subscribed to. And you can see all the data, right? So it is important for those who have not successfully connected to the Wi-Fi, please make sure that you connect it today. And then tomorrow, once we come back in the morning, we continue with setting up the device to send the data to the platform. Okay, so first we use REST. After that, we use CoAP. And then using the data that we have, we will try to create graphs. We will see the data, how we can analyze the data, how we can create the rules, and then trigger the rules, and so on and so forth. And then after lunch tomorrow, again, we will be configuring MQTT using 2 modes. One is using a third-party tool. One of it is a Postman. And then Favoriot platform also have internal API that you can use to send data. We will also be using Hive MQTT client. It's a web-based MQTT client. And towards the end, we will try to send control back to the device. So for example, the control is from the dashboard, Favoriot platform dashboard. So when you click, for example, switch, when you click a slider, when you click button, what can you do within the hibiscus sense? So that means hibiscus sense not only sends data to the platform, but you can also listen to data for any actuation. Now, the purpose here is that this is a simulation, but in a real environment, you can also do similar things. So that is the concept of it that we'll be teaching tomorrow, and the capability of the platform and how we can actually set up in a real environment. Okay. Okay. Any questions for today before we end the session? So tomorrow again we will start at 8:30. We will recap again just to understand, and then we'll straight go for the coding itself. Any questions so far?
Yes, Dr. Gopi.
Yes.
Earlier you mentioned that there will be an exam for this course. Can I have the info further, please?
Yeah, Dr. Suhaimi. Yeah, we will communicate back to you. I think Zura will communicate to you. The exam, I think there's a certain fee. I'm not so sure how much for the exam. So once, I think Zura will let you know that. So it's really simple. Whatever that we have learned here is the same thing that will come out in the exam, right? So just to give you an overview, it's a 40 questions, multiple sets of questions. So multiple sets of questions is A, B, C, and then there's a 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a B, C, D, E. So multiple sets, and you need to attempt within an hour. And you can actually do it 3 times. Okay, so do it 3 times. And the passing marks is 80%. The passing mark. So once, most probably the platform, once you have attempt this, next week maybe you can start. If you apply for it, you can attempt the exam.
All right, thank you. It's online, right?
Yes, it's online. It's online. It's online. It's
all
online.
Right, thanks.
Okay. Is there any other question before we end the session today? I think still. Is it Dr. Zarina? Upon Zarina, I still can't connect compile error.
Tadi ada suggestions untuk install
Bus.io.
Bus.io.
Tak
So
boleh juga,
after dia ni. So I think
pakai error tu dia tulis error not found, file not found ke?
dia still kata not such file.
Not such file. Boleh actually the method, the easiest way actually was like copy apa file yang tu tak ada and then find dekat library. Selalunya jumpa je.
Okay.
Cuba try ada apa sensor tu. Sensor.
Ada fruit sensor pula
Tambahlah .h tu.
Oh, okay.
Itu cara yang selalu saya guna.
Maknanya kalau sampai ke berikutnya tak jumpa juga, maknanya pergi the last option tu lah ya.
That's the last option lah. Uninstall and then follow back again. Follow through again. Right. I mean, all the files are there. You can just follow. Don't need to install the MQTT first. We just install the other libraries first. So the MQTT
is for tomorrow. The
Yeah,
library
tomorrow.
for MQTT.
Yeah. Tomorrow we will do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So when we purchase the hardware, right, over the shelf hardware, so we need to understand each components, each sensors that they have. Then we need to load the library. Usually, device manufacturers will provide those libraries. The APIs, the libraries, how to connect, how to retrieve data using the sensors that's being used in that device and so on. So that is what we've been doing here. The sensors, the chipsets is already there. They've already given, these are the libraries that need to be used. Of course, Arduino IDE has a lot of community-based libraries. A lot of people have developed it. So we can make use of any one of those libraries that is relevant for those chipsets. Okay, is there any other questions before we end the session for today? Dr. Daniel, is there any things from you maybe for today? If no, Dr. Daniel? No, Mr. Rajendra, anything from your side?
Okay, everything is okay. I think it's okay. I
All right.
already got connected. It's
Okay,
just
good.
name of the
The SSID.
SSID.
Okay, okay. So usually Wi-Fi related things is either SSID is wrong or password is wrong, or the range is not within the range. So the best is that to try it out, use a hotspot just to see whether it's a device issue or the Wi-Fi connectivity issue. Then you can troubleshoot slowly.
Got to put 2.4 there.
Yeah, yes, 2.4. So I think maybe by default yours is 5G.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else? Dr. Daniel? Are you there? Are you here?
Yeah.
Okay. So anything from you, Dr. Daniel? If not, we'll end the session for today.
Okay. I think okay.
Okay. All right. Good. So thank you so much. So we will continue back 8:30 in the morning tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
All right. See you all tomorrow.
Okay,
And by the way, if you have any questions, you can always post it to us. You have a group, so you can post it there. Any questions related to whatever that we did today? All right. Okay. See you all tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Bye. Thank you.